am checking out of my apartment, and my train is at 4:30 p.m, so an hour earlier than before. So I've got to make sure I can get there in time. I'm going to be walking. I wasn't able to get to the Black Sea for a swim because it's just too exhausting. Well, I was considering going to another Roman fortress just north of here, but that's apparently a 5-hour walk, so way further, double the amount of distance. Yeah, like 5.5 hours just to get to the next Roman fortress, Petra Fortress. And I was just reading up about it on Wikipedia, and it turns out the Romans have had collisions with the Persians there back in the early hundreds. So that's very interesting. And you can see pictures of it, but it's just too far for me because I don't really have any cash on me at the moment. So I think I'll just sort of stick around Batumi for a little bit longer before the train. The train station is only about an hour and a half's walk from here, from the city centre. Man, look at that building, it's so crazy. So yeah, I'm just going to stick around and stick with this city for a little bit. Enjoy myself here. Maybe I'll have something to eat, because that train ride, I need to get myself some snacks too, because that train ride can be a little bit sickening. So something to nibble on would be good. Maybe we can get one more closer look up at that tower real quick, because that is the coolest tower in the city. And it's worth a revisit. This is a police station with the little buggies. And there it is, the glorious Ferris wheel tower. It actually says casino there, so there's probably a casino underneath the building. Boy, is that building cool. There's an F-150 there. Just looking at these, this plank here, this walk path is a bit rickety back there. Oh, there it is. It's really bouncy, like it's not really secure. So maybe there is time to go to the beach. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm about to head to the beach here, and we'll see if I can actually have a swim. Because I don't know, is there any showers here? If there's a shower, that'd be great. So They have a shower here, it works, and they've got some privacy change rooms, which is cool. I don't have a towel, but I'm thinking, what if I use the sun to dry me off? That's what I might do. I'm trying to close this door, but it doesn't close. Is this close? This swings right open. I don't have any means to close it. It's crazy, so I kind of got all dressed up now. Oh, the sand. That's not sand, that's rocks. And my feet feel so sensitive to that, I might just have to put my shoes back on. But there's a shower there, and I'm going to use that shower to wash myself after I have a swim. There's plenty of time before the train happens, so that's why I'm going to go for it. Yeah, I'm going to put my shoes back on because it's far too prickly to be walking on the rocks, unless my feet are just not used to it, eh? I'm just not used to it. Probably need thongs. So I'm gonna bring my stuff. I had to use my camera string to keep that door closed, eh? So I'm gonna find somewhere suitable for me where I can take a dive. I think I might take everything's right here. Much easier to gain access to the water with a little bit less people. And would you just check out the mountainous view? And this is the Black Sea. Chornomorye. I want to make sure that my stuff is within visible range of me. Not that I suspect that anyways. Oh. But I just want to make sure it's close enough to me. I'm wondering if I should take my shirt off for the swim. Probably should. Whoa. This is not your typical Aussie beach. So many pebbles and just gotta get used to the cold now. Oh, it's a bit chilly. Well, I'll let you know how it feels. Alright, now I'm going to enjoy myself. I'll see you shortly. Alright, so I'm gonna probably call it a day with the beach now. Oh, it's a bit hard to stand up on these rocks actually. I'm actually more stable just crouching in the water. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to crawl out a little bit because these waves, they're not heavy waves, but it's just like I can't stand on these freaking rocks. Oh, these freaking rocks. Oh, look at that feet, man. Oh, oh, look at that. Shiver my timbers. Oh, there's actually a bit of plastic there. Yeah, these beaches, it's not really polluted here, eh? It's actually super clean in the ocean, you can see it. Not like in Italy where I was, where the waters are polluted like hell, with literal rubbish everywhere. Here, it's crystal clear, you can see. Crazy. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go have a shower real quick, and then walk to the train station. You can see a lot of people have a lot of fun over here. There's people on parachutes, there's jet skis, there's boats, there's a cargo ship way in the distance. I'm a bit sad that I can't see any military ships in the distance, but that's okay. Oh, just realised I've got my shoes wet. Crap. looks like I'm gonna have just soggy wet feet now. I was just so excited to get the camera rolling to show off me showering. But now my shoes are soaking wet. Oh well. My shoes are soaking wet, and I'm gonna have to wear them barefoot, no socks, and I'll leave them in the sun for a little bit before I can start walking to the train station. See, check out, well, I can't move the camera because I'm using the camera string to hold the door shut, but I'm using my other shirt as a towel for the floor so I can actually stand here. And I had this t-shirt which I can actually use as a towel to keep me dry. So yeah, this beach ain't too bad, you know. And I brought this plastic bag with me to make the whole carrying of the wet clothes a lot easier too. So I've got a pair of underwear here and my shorts. I'll put that in the bag. I just might even put this purple bag in another purple bag because it's kind of got water for this purple bag. I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit while my shoes dry in the sun. I've got the sun blazing down on my back right now and I'm wearing my leather jacket. And yes, it's very hot, but because I'm wearing my blue shirt thing, I cool off very quickly. So I just wanted to show you real quick the tile roofs over there. There's no cement holding them down, and where there's no tiles there's actually cement, so that's interesting. No gutters. There's a restaurant there. I wish I could go eat something right now, to be honest, but I don't really have a lot of cash at this exact moment. I got like $30 on my account and 40, just a little bit over 40 lari. It's still pretty wet and I don't have a lot of battery left on my camera right now. So, but I've dried out the soles, so I might put those in, and I'll just have to walk around with wet feet all the way to the train station. Oh well. Alright, so I've got my shoes on. It's not too bad. Dry socks, probably absorb a lot of that water. It's been sitting in the sun for about 20 minutes. It's still wet, but it's nowhere near as bad as super soggy. Alright, well, we're going to walk to the train station and see if I can get something to nibble on. Just walking around this car park here behind all the boats, and we've got a really good view of the tower over there, but you notice the little shed there over here, that's a toilet, and it makes me worried that you have to pay to use it. I'm not a big fan of pay to use. Before we head to the train station, and rather than following the boats, I want to go through another town square. I can't remember what you call it, Piazza, town Piazza. Go through that, cut straight through there, and that will get us to where we want to go anyway. So I was just pulled over by the police, just being a pedestrian, asking for my passport and stuff. And this is the second time that this has happened to me in Georgia. One time I was just walking the river casually, and the police think they can just kind of rock up to you and just kind of search you. Literally, they want to see you empty your pockets. They want to see, are you carrying any weapons or drugs? And I can't understand why they do this so randomly. Maybe they see someone and they select someone and they just want to go for it. But it's happened to me the second time. Once in Tbilisi and here again just now in Batumi. And it's not amazing because I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Sometimes they speak English, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they speak Russian. And I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Because it's like, I don't want to be consented to be searched and all this weird stuff if like there's no reason to suspect that I'm a criminal. So I just ask, is everything okay? And he's like, well, I don't know yet. So because there's nothing suspicious or anything on me, they just, I guess they got no choice but to let me go. So check out this building over here. Oh. I think what really captures their attention is that I took a photograph of them, and they literally went around the block a couple of times to do whatever. And it's like, if you've got a camera out and you take a picture with them in view, they don't, that might be what triggers them to come up to you just so confidently. Look at this, I'm in London now. It's a telephone booth. Let's check out what this actually looks like up front. I wonder if it's actually real. It's got no telephone in it, so out of service. So right now I'm entering the Piazza Square town centre, which is not far from the city centre. There's an Orthodox church there, I think. So it turns out this place was built in 2009. Check out the bells up there. I'm about halfway to the train station. I'll check out these big cranes that they probably use for shipping and freight. Halfway to the train station. But here, check out all these different trains and cargoes everywhere. So a lot of trains, they end up here with a lot of goods to pick up and drop off, and then there's a lot of boats over there. They pick up and drop off the stuff there. So there's a direct connection between the trains and the boats. And the passenger train station is way over there. So I just got to keep on following the road. That train is very old. Battlefield 3, anyone? I haven't really watched Bold and Bankrupt for maybe 2 years, and you know, it's kind of interesting to see that you kind of choose to act in the same way that you see other people do. Like, you look up to certain people and you want to be like them, and here we are. It wasn't really my dream to be a vlogger per se, but here I am just practicing the art of vlogging in another country, practicing speaking another language. I'm not perfect yet at the language speaking part, but just like Bold and Bankrupt, I just speak Russian now. I'm vlogging now in a different country now. The only thing that I haven't done the same as him is maybe do something a lot more intense, maybe go somewhere a little bit more isolated, have a little bit more beef with certain people here and there in the middle of nowhere, and speak fluently, I suppose, recording the conversation as it happens. So, wow, here we are. So the road kind of suddenly ends, the pavement for the walkway anyway, but here is the train. Well, just over here is the train station. We're just trying to figure out how to get to the train station. And behind here is just a normal street with normal people's houses. Check it out. Some apartment buildings over there in the distance. Camera's running low. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a lot of work going on this beach here. We've got excavation machinery everywhere. You can see the city in a distance. It looks quite dope, especially at night. But it looks like that truck is just carrying the massivest boulder of all time. Yeah, so it looks like they've got a lot of years ahead of them and they're working on this beach here. It looks like they're really trying to make this like a really sort of a paradise vibe here. Well, here we are, we've made it to the train station, Batumi Central. And just behind me over here, just check out that view. They really are trying to turn this into a paradise resort, because I saw signs everywhere trying to make it look like Dubai. So the front of the building is closed, or you can't enter the building from the front, so you have to find a way from behind. So, made it to the platform. Seems like there's only one platform here. And this train was manufactured in Switzerland. I don't know what part, but it's fairly comfy inside. A Swiss train. Yeah, they've got Swiss trains in Georgia, coated with the Georgian flag. If you think about it, they're very proud of the St. George Cross here, compared to maybe the UK, you know, where they try to punish you for waving your national flag. I mean, the entire train station is just kind of like not in operation. Like even here through the back windows, you can see that there's nothing on the inside. The only part of the train station that's in operation is literally just the platform. That's crazy. I was actually wrong. They do have the underground section is in operation, and there's a little cafe just here, which is really nice. Spasiba. Yeah, and it's really cool being able to speak Russian. You know, maybe I have enough coins. You know, just saying something like that in Russian. It's really cool. I get to practice my Russian. So I've got a fresh bottle of water to keep me cool for the next hour or two. It's very nice. Very important to go with my gummy bears, because I've got gummy bears to keep me happy. You know what's crazy? Is these gummy bears were manufactured in Austria. So I'm eating Austrian gummy bears, sitting at a Georgian / Russian train station, boarding a Swiss manufactured train. So the train is only 1, 2, 3, 4 carriages long. And it's got a lower half and an upper half. My camera died, so... But I do believe this is actually our train. They're just cleaning it up, getting it ready, because I see there's a lot of cleaning going on. People are scrubbing the windows, taking out the trash. So it looks like they're gonna... I'll be boarding this train, very likely, back to Tbilisi. Back home. Well, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you like vlogs like this, if you learn something new, and check out my love triangle framework if you're interested in attracting a member of the opposite sex in a much more realistic sense.
Thank you for everyone. Vicky, Shem, letting me go first. Anyway. Ten co? Anyway. No tak powiem, jako